Now this is going to be the first of 3 parts of a series for programming key fobs. And we're going to do the key fobs in 3 different ways. One, we're going to program the first key fob locally into the panel. The second key fob we are going to program in expert mode in the panel, meaning there's a template for each of the zone types and all of that, so it makes it a lot easier. And then the third one, we're actually going to program a key fob locally into a 61 RF keypad, so it actually doesn't take up zones in the panel, and is stored. The information is stored in the keypad instead of in the panel. So for this first one, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get into programming, installer code 800, and then we're going to go into zone programming, star 56, set to confirm no. Now the last zone that we did was zone number 14. I'm going to give some space, so if they make any additions to their system later on, we won't have to move the key fob to a different location. So we're going to go ahead and start on zone number 25. Now these can get a little bit difficult or confusing because you've got the zone number, you've got the zone type, and you've got the loop number. That can get a little bit confusing with key fobs, so pay attention and you'll kind of get it in the end here. So the zone type, we have a list of our zone types, which is in our programming guide here on page 27. And you can see over here, focus on this, that we've got our stay, arming stay, which is zone type 20, arming away, which is zone type 21, and disarming, which is zone type 22. So the first one we're just gonna do it in sequence. So we're gonna start with zone type 20, which is arming stay. Okay, our next part, we don't want these to report anything because they're just key fobs, so I'm going to put 00. And on my next one, this says RF transmitter. We don't want that because we don't want these to be supervised like a regular door or window or motion detector would be. So we're going to change this to RF or button RF, which is type 5. So for any key fob, it's always going to be, your input type is going to be 5 for the button RF. Now we're going to go ahead and type in the serial code. Now here's where it can get a little bit confusing. So this has different loop numbers on it. So what you need to know is this is loop 1, this panic looking button here. The disarm button is loop 2. The arm away button is loop 3, and the little guy here inside the house is the stay button at loop 4. So the one that we programmed in over here, zone type 20, corresponds to the arm stay, which is loop 4. So over here, for our loop number, we need to put 4. Press star. That gives us our description, and we don't want to program alpha. So the next one, we started with zone type 21, so we'll just go ahead and do zone type 20, so we're going to do 21 now, which is arm away. We don't want it to report, so 00. RF transmitter button type 5. Type in our serial number. Alright, and the loop number, if you look on here, you need to find the disarm button, which is going to be the arm away button, I'm sorry, which is loop number 3. Okay. Alright, no alpha. Alright, zone 27. So on the zone type in sequence, we'll go ahead and do 22, which is the disarm button. We don't want that to report. Press star. RF 5 for button type. Go ahead and type in the serial number. And then that loop, you can see the disarm button is loop number 2. No alpha. And then the last one is this little star button. You can either leave this blank. A lot of times you want to leave this blank because people might press it on accident in their pockets. But if you want this to be a panic button, you have 2 options. You can do 06, which is a 24-hour silent panic. So you would have no idea that the panel was in an alarm state. I do not recommend this because if someone presses it in their pocket, they'll have no idea that they've called the cops until they're there. So I always do, if someone wants a panic button, I do a 24-hour audible panic, which is zone type 07. You do want this to report, so 10 for that. And then the RF type is going to be 5, as with any button type remote. We'll type in the serial number. And then the loop number, bottom right one, so it is going to be loop number 1. Alright, zone description there. No alpha. And that's it for that key fob. Now you need to get out of there. Press *99. Now, what you need to do, you have to authorize this key fob to be able to use it. So the first thing that we need to do, our default user code is going to be 1234. So to authorize this key fob, what you have to do is the master code, and you do 802 #4, and then we started on zone 25. So we're going to click 25 there, and that just authorized the key fob. So again, you'll do the master code 1234. You'll do the user code that you want this to be tied to. So we want it to be tied to the master code, so 802. We're going to press #4, which is a command telling it that you're doing something with the key fob, that you're authorizing the key fob rather, and then you're going to type in the number of the first zone, the starting zone that you have this on, which in our case was zone number 25, and that authorizes it. Now, if I arm it, arm away, disarm, arm stay, disarm, and then panic. And that's it.